Karmic relationships are one of the most confusing forms of soul contracts. And this is because although we very often think of our so-called karmics or karmic connections as appearing to be toxic in nature from a 3D perspective, these connections also feel extremely intense, oftentimes between souls who share a karmic contract. There is an extremely strong pull of physical, mental, and emotional attraction, and this can really cloud our vision and lead to confusion. Specifically, we can find ourselves wondering, am I really dealing with a karmic relationship, or is this a form of soulmate connection or even a twin flame connection? So we are going to address all of this and specifically signs to help you identify whether you are experiencing a karmic contract or a karmic relationship with another soul. But before we get into the video, I do want to introduce myself. So if you are new here, then welcome. Thank you for tuning in to our channel here. My name is Infinity, and this is Magnetize Yourself, where we talk about life, love, spirituality, and of course, the law of attraction. So what are karmic contracts? Because the word karma comes with a lot of negative connotation. When we think of karmic connections, in general, we think of connections that are drama-filled, full of argumentation, and what we would label as very toxic. But the truth about karmic connections is that they actually hold a lot of deep spiritual significance, which is why we feel so pulled into them. Our feelings of attraction to another physically incarnated being, whether it's physical attraction, mental attraction, or just some vague pull we feel toward the person, are always indicators to some degree about some form of bond that we share with this other soul. In some cases, we feel drawn in this way toward our soulmates, our soul family, either platonically or romantically. But in other cases, we are drawn to souls with whom we share a contract to teach one another some kind of lesson in this physical lifetime. And because of the nature of these karmic contracts, one of the telling feelings we get within these karmic relationships is this pervasive feeling of unfinished business. So that would be the number one sign that you are in a karmic relationship, although I do need to preface this by saying not every sign here will specifically apply only to karmic relationships. However, the last sign does apply exclusively and only to karmic connections specifically. This is just to give you kind of an overall picture of many of the different things that will be experienced during karmic relationships. But again, some of these signs can also be experienced with twin flames or with soulmates, and that's really something we can discuss in a future podcast as well. But I would say of all forms of soul connection, twin flames, soulmates, karmic connections, the feeling of quote unquote unfinished business tends to be strongest within our karmic relationships, because very often there is this sense that the relationship is detrimental to us in some way, that in the words of our ego, this person or this relationship is not good for us, it is not right for us. It's not meant to stick around long term within our life, and yet we find ourselves pulled back into this dynamic with this person, this sort of back and forth, pushing, pulling energy with this other soul over and over again. And that's really the second sign of a karmic connection or karmic relationship, is not only is there that feeling of unfinished business, of there is just something unresolved with this person that I can't quite escape or get away from, because there's a feeling that we haven't yet finished up what we came here to teach one another. But along with that, in this second sign, there's also this feeling that this person or this other soul is detrimental to us in some way. Now, this does come as somewhat of a contrast to other forms of soul connection, particularly our soulmates and our twin flames. With our soulmates, we will often get the sense that the connection is very warm, very familiar, very comfortable and loving. We won't feel as though the presence of that person or connection in our life is bringing us down, weighing us down, or detrimental in any way. However, within our twin flame connection, although at times we may experience this triggering back and forth with a twin flame that can manifest itself in ways that can at times temporarily appear to be triggering, confusing, chaotic, argumentative. The difference between that kind of chaos energy between twin flames and that energy when it shows up in karmic connections is that our twin flame at a soul level is meant to grow and evolve with us through that process of releasing all of these negative patterns and dynamics showing up within our lives, ourselves, and within our connection. So as we grow, evolve, and change these patterns within us, our twin flame connection will naturally rebalance and evolve itself into a peaceful, harmonious state as well. And again, this is in contrast to karmic connections, because within a karmic relationship, this chaos energy never really fully goes away as long as we are connected with that person. And in fact, if we begin to choose peace and harmony within ourselves, if we begin to truly show up for and support and love ourselves, to identify and heal those patterns being triggered by a karmic in our life, that relationship will naturally dissolve, because the entire attraction, the attractive force and pull between us and a karmic partner is based upon this shared mutual triggering. And that is a way for us to spotlight these energetic ties and wounds and negative patterns within us that are weighing down our vibration or preventing us from raising our consciousness. And typically, karmics come to teach us either one specific lesson or a bundle of lessons that go all together. But regardless, once we learn those particular lessons or that set of lessons with that karmic partner, we naturally evolve out of the connection, and our karmic partner does the same. As we each grow and evolve ourselves, we grow apart from our karmic partners and relationships, which really leads me to the last sign that you are in a karmic relationship. And this is the sign that really sets karmic relationships apart from twin flames, which again, karmic relationships and twin flame connections do tend to get confused with one another because there are certain confusing similarities. So I can get into that more in detail in a later video. But for now, what I will say is when you choose to acknowledge, identify, and heal out of the particular wound or trigger points that this person, your karmic partner, is bringing up within you, you will find that the more you heal and evolve and shift yourself, the more this karmic relationship will effortlessly begin to unravel, dissolve itself first energetically, and then of course this energetic dissolving of the karmic pattern will naturally manifest itself in a pulling apart of the two physically incarnated beings who were once in this karmic contract or bond. They will naturally phase out of each other's lives. They will simply seem to lose touch with one another. And this is because, again, they are no longer in alignment with each other because they have healed the wound or the pattern that they contracted with one another to spotlight in the other for the purpose of healing. Now, again, this is in contrast to twin flame connection because in a twin flame connection, when you choose to heal a particular wound or pattern within yourself that your twin flame may be spotlighting or triggering for the purpose of healing within you, you will continue to evolve alongside and intertwined with your twin flame. They will never shift out of or phase out of your mindset, your energy, and your reality in the same way as a karmic connection will. So if this video is resonating with you and you're finding yourself coming up against some of these different forms of soul connection, know that you are the conscious creator of your life. And yes, although we do have these contracts with other souls, as you continue to raise your level of consciousness and spiritual awareness, you do have the ability to discern between these different forms of soul connection in your life and consciously shift your energy so that you are attracting the highest vibrational, most harmonious and expansive form of soul connection available to you on the planet in this lifetime at this time. So in order to shift into your highest vibrational form of love connection and release all of these lower vibrational karmic connections and relationships in the process, all that is required of you is to continue to shift your energy in a positive direction, to continue to expand yourself and expand your consciousness by releasing any of those negative patterns, dynamics, or wounds that do keep us stuck and tied in with these karmic connections, and to assist you in truly rising to your highest vibrational form of connection and really to shifting your energy so that you become magnetic not only for love but for everything you desire to create or attract in your life. I've created a really powerful energy clearing tool. Now, this is a 7-chakra energy clearing subliminal, and this subliminal is designed to deeply uproot and clear out any negative patterns stored within any of the energy centers in your energy body, which essentially results in this profound shift in your consciousness over time as you meditate with this subliminal and allow your subconscious mind and therefore your energy to be reprogrammed, to be magnetized in this way. So this subliminal comes from my website, soundandsoulful.com. And as you can see on the screen, on this website, I have created over 100 subliminals for all areas of life. So I have subliminals for physical appearance changes, for mood shifts, for mind power, for money, business success, and other material manifestations, for love and relationships, and essentially for any area of life imaginable. So again, the link to this 7-chakra clearing is in the pinned comment and description box. I hope this video was helpful to you, and if so, be sure to subscribe to this channel and join our beautiful community of like-minded, conscious, creative beings here on YouTube. I hope you have a wonderful, beautiful rest of your day and I will talk to you again in the next podcast.